How do I get attention? I know all of us are fighting attention, well, fighting for attention out there. We've got Meta with Instagram and Facebook. We've got LinkedIn. We've got YouTube. And there's millions of people out there that we're competing with. So how do we create videos and images that get their attention? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on this video. My name is Jeffrey Boyle. I'm the CEO of Bimoto. And today in our AI Power 20, we're going to talk about getting attention with the right images and the right videos for your target market. And I'm going to do it in a way that's probably completely different than what you thought. I'm going to go through really quickly here. I'm going to switch to my screen here, put on the glasses so I can actually see. And I'm going to show you how that you can create 30x more engaged leads. You say, Jeff, I thought this was about videos. I thought this was about images. It is. But how do you know which images and which videos to use? Well, you have to have a specific strategy. And that's what we're going to cover today. And then I'm going to show you how to simply go about and do that, because you can output much worse content, much lower quality, much less time if you're talking to the right people and understanding their pains and their problems. If you're speaking to the wrong people, you better have some of the biggest budgets imaginable to be able to get it done. I've been launching businesses for over 20 years. There's two ways to launch a business. One is to come up with an idea, go out and spend a whole bunch of money then making a product or a service, and then finding out that nobody likes it. Well, that can cost you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. The most appropriate way to launch a business is to find the right target market. Define that target's problem and then craft the solution for that after they're starting to listen to you. Right? So it's really important that you understand who you're talking to, because if not, you're going to see that you're going to have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising. And I've done this in the past. I've shown many of you in here that my first time when I was marketing Bimoto, I just did AI marketing. Well, $21,000 of ads later and $40,000 total because I paid experts $19,000, $20,000 to do this, when I didn't follow my own rules that I've been using for 20 years. And in the 20 years, some of my clients have done 8 and 9 figures. So with all of my clients now having done over $1 billion, I was surprised when I went back and evaluated what these experts were telling me. So if you want to create great images, start here on Bimoto. I'm going to create a new conversation right here, and we're actually going to call it Great Images. And you're going to say, Jeff, what the heck does this have to do with images? Well, bear with me. Inside of Bimoto, go to your templates right here. And I'm just going to go back to the main area. And I'm going to go to niche domination. And one of the most important things that you can do is to define a very specific sub niche. Now it's going to be really easy to be able to find the images that we want. So a general description of your product or service. This is the biggest mistake that I made when I first spent $40,000 doing the wrong thing and why nobody listened. So I only got $200 worth of business. So it goes through and tells you right here, when you talk to everybody, you talk to nobody, which is correct. That's why you're not just out there throwing mud against the wall. You're going to go through this process and you're going to define a very specific niche. So let's do a broad niche. It said, look, the broad niche for AI is AI marketing. So to begin, let's identify that. And I'm just going to put on here, let's do AI social media content creation. So I'm going to go a little bit more niche down than that. You say, great, let's narrow this down. So what are the specific area of social media content creation do you believe your company focuses on? Now, in the beginning, you say we do it for everything, which we do. But I'm going to say right here is LinkedIn networking with an inbound and outbound strategy. Now, I'm actually going to switch that. I'm just going to say in here, I need help, because many of you may not know exactly what your company does or how they do it. So right here it says I can go for a type of content, images, written content, articles, or both. Platform focus, it's telling me the different ones I can do, and the target audience who I want to help. So I'm going to put in here the type of content. I want to do video content scripts and articles, short and long. And then the platform focus, let's do on LinkedIn for LinkedIn. And now I'm going to even get more specific on this, but I'm going to ask it for help. And I'm going to put, who do you recommend be the target for this? So it's going to now give me some suggestions. You don't have to know very much to be able to do this, because it's going to give you lots of suggestions here. B2B companies, industry experts and thought leaders. Oh, let's use this one. HR professionals, startups and entrepreneurs, marketing and sales teams. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do thought leaders needing to go from 0 to $25,000 and then 25,000 to 100,000 per month. Bingo. So now it's going to, you can see I skipped a couple steps in there to make it simpler here. And it says, great, here's your identify a sub niche, thought leaders who are aiming to increase their monthly income. This is starting to be very specific. It's going to give me their pain points, their interest in the market trends. And I'm going to put, I don't know, help me. So now it's going to go through and it's going to give me all of their interests, all their pain points, and boom. Now I've got their potential pain points. I've got their time management problems, their audience engagement problems. So let's move on to their interests. What topics or formats? And I'm just going to put, I like this, and they need help with lead generation. Now it's given me that point right here, lead generation. So it's so important that you start to niche down like this. It's so important that you start to understand the real pains of each of the different things. So now it's given me a very detailed explanation of my sub niche. And I can promise you, I would not have wasted, and how do I know that? That I wouldn't have wasted $40,000 with this, because my content and my ads and everything would have been better with this. All of it would have been better. Everything in my searches for content would have been better. So it goes through and it gives me a broad topic, AI social. The niche is video content scripts and articles for LinkedIn. Sub niche, thought leaders, and it's giving me very specific groups of people that I can go after. This is where I can now start to find beautiful images and to find video clips that work. Okay, that's what I'm trying to help you understand here is you can't find the right content until you know what that content is. And the more specific your niche is, the more likely you're going to hit on those points. And you may say, well, Jeff, what if I just did all small business owners? That's how I lost $40,000 in advertising. But when I start to niche down in my ads, or when I start to niche down into my content to a very specific person, now that person's going to understand that I know them, right? Talks about their pain points of a cohesive strategy, their interests, the market trends. And then it gives me a short description of this. And now I can put this into the Bimoto 7-day AI power launch. And it's going to be far more specific with those pain points and give an entire psychological profile that I can use to go out and help these clients get to $100,000 a month. That's the difference, that when I really start to go out and find this true needs of a very specific niche, then I can be successful. Let me give you a couple sites that you can get free images from. Unsplash.com. Unsplash.com. You can see there's another one here. It's called Pexels.com. And then there's also Pixabay. So all of these are free, and all of these you can search for these different images and videos. And now I can look for very specific content for my ads, for my social media, for all of what I'm wanting to do. And then, of course, I'm a big believer in telling people to use Canva. The reason why I suggest Canva is not only because much of it's free in the beginning, that you can expand to their paid version if you want to. But now if I want to do a video, a Facebook video of right over here, and you can see I'm on here, video messages, mobile videos, video collages, YouTube videos, let's just click that one. And I'm going to put on here as I look through this, I can put filters. I can be very specific with what I want to be able to look for on this, instead of just looking for beautiful images of any kind. Now I can be very specific with this. So I'm going to put in here YouTube video for thought in a business. Let's do this even more. Business thought influencer. Now I'm going to be able to very specifically find different types of videos, different types of content. And of course, I would want to put on here 5 tips for bootstrapping your business. That's excellent. It's giving me a thing right before that. I could go into Bimoto, all these different topics, and I would be able to quickly put together videos, content, of course, to be able to match all these things. And so now I'm just not out there going willy-nilly, but inside of my descriptions, I'm going to put exactly who this is for, and it's going to make it so these beautiful images and the time I spend is going to be very directed at the right type of person. So we've gone through a lot of different things in the past on Bimoto on how to create the content. I really encourage you to use this process. And once again, how is it that I found that? All you've got to do within Bimoto, let's go right here. We're going to go to templates. Whoops, I was logged out of that one. Let's go to templates. And if you go into niche domination right here, it's just called define your sub niche. And when you put it in there, all you've got to do is put in your name and a general description. And before you know it, you've got a great, very specific sub niche, and your content searching and your content creation will be empowered like you never thought before. So be sure you watch this video before we do our calls on Wednesday, every Wednesday at 2 o'clock Mountain, 4 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you hit subscribe and also the bell to let you know whenever a new video comes out, so you can be at the forefront of all these different topics that we help you do to scale your business to the next level. Can't wait to see you on the call. Can't wait to see your questions and help you take your business to the next level with Bimoto. Talk to you soon.